Okay.
There you go.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Trinette Lindsey, real estate broker with Dreamspots Leasing. I am here with Riccardo, the Rhino, with Fairway Mortgage. We will be going over some certain special circumstances that buyers have asked me questions about. They think that they cannot get pre-approved, but in fact they actually can. So,
Absolutely.
Riccardo,
Yes. Yes.
people who have student loan debt
Okay.
reporting on their credit, how does that work? What are the general qualifications for people who have student loan debt?
Got you. Okay, so at the end of the day, the most important thing about student loan debt is that it's not in default, meaning you're actually either paying it or it's deferred or it's in forbearance. As long as it's not in default, you're good. Now, most people, if you have student loan debt that's deferred, they're going to use 1% of the balance to put in your debt ratio. What I mean is this: if you have $160,000 in student loans, they're going to hit your debt ratio at $1,600 a month. Now, granted, your payment won't be $1,600 a month if you were paying it, but that's just how they do it in order to qualify you. Now, what I can do different from that is I can have you go online and look up what your extended graduated payment would be. Okay, so you check that out, and let's say, for instance, on 160,000, that 1% would be 1,600, but your extended graduated payment might only be like 500 or 550. That's a big difference in your purchase power.
That
with your debt
is,
ratio.
because I've never heard of that, so
Right.
that's really good, and you can do that.
I wasn't doing that before. I'm doing it now for sure.
That's wonderful. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's really good to know, because some people definitely have those barriers, and the student loan debt almost put them out of the loan.
Correct.
So
and also make sure on those student loans that just make sure you know the status of your loan, because I see so many times where people don't know the status of their loan, and sometimes it'll come out of deferment or come out of forbearance, and then it'll be late, and it kind of messes up your credit. So just know the status of your student loan.
Okay,
Absolutely.
wonderful, good stuff.
Yeah.
So now, for people who have filed bankruptcy, Chapter 7 or Chapter 13,
Okay.
how can someone who's done those, or what's the time period that they have to wait in order to get pre-approved to buy a home?
Okay, well, the first misconception is that you cannot buy if you've had a bankruptcy or if you're in bankruptcy. Let me clarify. If you're in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy and you've been in it for 12 months of on-time payments, you can buy. You can. I don't care how long you're going to be in it. As long as you have been in it for 12 months, you can buy. Okay?
Okay.
If you had a Chapter 13 that you discharged, a Chapter 13 that was discharged, you can buy right away as well. Obviously, you have to have had on-time payments for those 12 months. Okay? Now, a 13 that's dismissed. I have so many times where I hear people get parking tickets and they file a quick Chapter 13 to get rid of the parking tickets and they dismiss it.
Okay.
If you dismiss a 13, meaning you start it and then you change your mind, you gotta wait 2 years. There's no two ways around that. You gotta wait 2 years if you dismiss it.
So, okay. So if they dismiss the Chapter 13, then you have to wait
2
the
years.
2 years.
Correct.
But if they're currently in a Chapter 13 with at least 12 months of on-time payments,
They can buy.
they can buy. Okay, but see, that's good stuff.
They
I
can
bet
buy.
you guys didn't know that.
They can buy. Now, Chapter 7 has one rule: 2 years after discharge.
Okay,
2 years.
So with the Chapter 7, they have to wait 2 years
Correct.
after it's been discharged.
Correct.
Okay.
13, you're good to go. So anybody with a Chapter 13 right now, you've been in it for at least 12 months on-time payments, you can buy. Absolutely.
Wonderful,
You can definitely
wonderful. And the last question that I get a lot, I have some potential buyers, but they're self-employed. So, and they have filed taxes, but with business losses, they say that they haven't gotten approved for the home that they know they can afford. So how would that work, or what is your suggestion for people who are self-employed?
Well, my suggestion for people who are self-employed is simple. If you're looking to buy in the next couple of years, you don't want to have a bunch of expenses. Because at the end of the day, we're going to look at the last 2 years, which, by the way, if you're self-employed, you have to have been self-employed for at least 2 years, okay? And we're going to average your net for the last 2 years. So, for instance, let's say for the last 2 years, you made $300,000, but you wrote off $250,000. Well, we're only going to say you made $50,000. and we're going to divide that out, and that's what your average is going to be.
Right.
We aren't going to qualify you off of 250. We're going to qualify you off of what you actually did, what your net was, and we're going to average that for the last 2 years. So being self-employed, I mean, you know what? It's one of those things where you want to kind of, you know, watch what you're doing with those taxes. And even if you're not self-employed, I see this a lot where homeowners or potential buyers don't know what their accountant did. They don't know that the accountant wrote stuff off.
I did have a buyer like that last year.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, you know, you wrote off most of your. They're like, no, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, you wrote it off. It says you have a hairstyling business or whatever. Maybe she's like, I don't have a business. It's like, I talked to the accountant, man. And again, I'm sure they're trying to save you money, but at the same time, if you're looking to buy, they are hurting you. Okay, so I appreciate accountants, though. I know some great accountants, and they like to save us money. So, but it's only bad if you're looking to buy. That's it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And the last thing, I know I did say that
Come on.
for the last question, but
it.
I did want to let everyone know that there are still down payment assistance programs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's plenty of money out there for you. Come on in, just talk to me. We'll get it done. The biggest thing is a 640 credit score. 640 credit score, and you can't make over $101,520 as a household, meaning anyone over the age of 18 living in the house. But there's plenty of grant money out. I'm giving it out like 40 going south. Man, all you gotta do is ask for it. And by the way, you don't even have to ask for it, because when I take your application, I'm looking to give you that grant money. So I'm looking to see if you qualify. So before you can even ask for it, if you qualify, I'm telling you, hey, I'm giving you grant money. There you go.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, my wonderful partner, my loan partner. You guys contact me, and I will send you right to Riccardo.
Hot young Rhino, baby.
Yes, the Rhino over at Fairway, and we together, we're going to get your deal done. We're going to go out home shopping, get you pre-approved, and get your deal closed.
And at the end of the day, all you need is the will, okay? If you have the will to want to own, we're going to make you a homeowner. It's as simple as that.
It's as simple
as
that.
that. And by the way, and this is off target, I can go down to a 520 credit score with 10% down.
That's good. I'm glad you let them know that.
520 credit score with 10% down. I can do it all day long and twice on Sunday. All right?
All right.
That's how we get down.
All right. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yes, I look forward to you guys giving me a call. You can call me at 219-951-6813. Again, 219-951-6813. And Riccardo?
Hey, 630-670-8266. That's 630-670-8266. I can get you approved today. Not tomorrow. Today.
Today.
That's right.
All right. See you guys soon.
Peace.